So just to be 100% sure, basically you're like, go to school first and then become a teacher or a teacher's assistant next semester. Because like I read this story that was on your cousin's page and I teared up and I was like, that's why like I want to work with kids. Honestly, and like I think that's awesome, especially that you found school to be kind of a safe place. And honestly, like seeing kids, and I don't always keep this on the forefront of my mind. Usually it might be on the back of my mind, but like yeah, I like seeing kids, especially like, hey, I agree. Like sometimes it might be church, sometimes it might be school, sometimes it might be somewhere else where it's like, this place is a safe place for me. And so just thinking about like, honestly, working in schools, it'll definitely but it'll remind me that, or I think every time I see kids, I'll think of like a little bit of my life where it's like I'm neglected, or I'll think about your life where, you know, with your home life with a like abusive, neglectful home. And so yeah, I'm still tearing up, thanks. It's a good thing. So yeah, it's like, hey, you know what, I might make a difference in some kid's life who is like, they're completely and utterly miserable, basically. And so yeah, I definitely want to live that life of like, I'm gonna make a difference, even if it's hard. Because as you can probably tell, I'm very persistent. Not that I always get everything right at all. Like that doesn't always happen. But I'm very persistent, where it's like, I am going to get this, or I'm going to try and get this. I could do better, honestly. Like, I could do a lot better. There's some things I could do and just, like, be and do a lot better. But just reading that story, it's like, oh my goodness. Like, that is so true. And, like, being here, like, I have no idea how many kids are currently neglected, or being abused, especially in, like, the city, or in cities. And it might be good to, like, it's like, you know what, I can see doing that. And then working at private schools, it might be safer, not as well paid, maybe. But public schools, you work with these kids, and which are being severely, or it can be, take that back. Some of the kids might be very well taken care of, which I hope they are. And then some of the kids might not be as well taken care of. And that's why, honestly, like, I definitely have to admit, I kind of admire your siblings' job or old job, in which they went ahead and worked with kids. And they're like, hey, let's go ahead and bring in a therapy dog, which I think is like a great idea overall, because kids love dogs and it's like very enjoyable, and it's like, oh, like, it's so precious. It really, really is. So yeah, I admire your sibling for that. And and just deciding I'm going to work a job that connects with people and helps people out. So yeah, it seems as though, just from what I can tell, again, I'm super proud of your sister for being like, I'm going to work hard and I'm going to achieve this great dream. And I think it's amazing, like super admirable, overall. The cops are out tonight. So yeah, I think, and from what I can tell with your sibling, her focus was on family, like family first. And so I think it's super admirable and like, oh, and seeing that, I would, if you are okay with it, this is not for me, this is actually for you, and this is for the teachers in your life. I was wondering if, like, you can either send a letter, which, or like a letter or a note to maybe the schools that you've attended, and see if you can get in touch with your old teachers. Or, so that's option A, or just reading that story about the kids and such. Or option B, I was wondering, and again, this is not for me, this is for your teachers, if you could send like an email or some kind of message to the teachers who have made a difference in your life. And more than likely, you'll find them on like Facebook. And it could be from people who were even in college. From teachers that were in college. So it could be like teachers from, like piano teachers or voice teachers. So there's that. Because I remember like one piano teacher you seem to really appreciate. And it's like, oh, like, I thought it was really sweet. So there's that. And then the other one is, so there's that. And then the other one is just like for a high school or middle school or elementary. And because right now, I think even though it's been like 20, 30 years or 10 to like 25 years, I think those teachers really appreciate it, and just know that they had some kind of impact on your life, because like just knowing, because let's see, and I say that because like sometimes I've done stuff or like I'm involved in life, like when I was at the horrible state and I was just exhausted, like mentally and emotionally. And I was like, you know what, I'm ready to go. Like, I don't feel I've made a difference at all. And I am just mentally and emotionally exhausted, basically. And so, yeah, I went ahead and okay. But then whenever I left, it's like, wait a minute, people are sad and they're depressed that I'm like leaving, which totally surprised me. I did not expect that. So yeah, I totally vote that you send letters or something, just letting them know how much an impact they made on you. Because I know sometimes, like, in my life, I'm like, oh, I didn't really make an impact, or I didn't really do something or anything for people's lives. And it's like, okay, like I didn't do anything basically, and like why should I try anymore of trying to make an impact on someone's life? And it's just like, I guess in a way being like, okay, I just give up or whatever. But it's very but yeah, if like let's say somebody sent me a letter or a note, and this is for like your teachers too, if somebody sent me a letter or note letting me know, hey, that you've actually made an impact, and like described in detail, hey, like I was going really through a really hard time, hey, I've like went through this, and during that time, like you're there for me basically, and you supported me, and because of you, like I am where I am, and I would not like have made it this far without you. So yeah, just I guess letting them know that. Yeah, I vote whenever you get a chance. And again, this is for your old teachers, and this is for you. I guess like as a way of you saying thank you to them. So A, and then B, this is also as a way of them realizing that, you know, there's still like what I did actually made a difference. And instead of being like, oh, what I did was completely and utterly pointless, like I actually made a difference in people's lives, and I helped people, and it wasn't like, oh, you know, I'm doing this, and like what's the point, and like getting bitter and frustrated with everything. So yeah, or discouraged. That's the main thing that happens with me. It's like I get really discouraged. I'm just like, so sad. Like, oh, what's the point? There's no point to this. I'm just gonna move forward or whatever. And so yeah, reading that story, like I read it and I cried, and I was like, oh man, like that is so true. I guess lately I've just forgotten like what it's like to make a difference in kids' lives, and it's like, okay, can I make a difference in kids' lives, or is there a way for me to make a difference in anyone's life? So yeah, in that regards, I thank you for having your cousin share that. Yeah, thank you. Because it's like, you know what, I can make a difference. I don't know how. I've heard it takes showing up, being consistent, actually keeping your word, and that some of this I personally need to work on, I admit. And so yeah. But thank you for sharing that, and it just reminds me to be there basically, and let kids sleep during class. I remember reading this one story where this one guy, he would sleep during lunch, and one of the teachers noticed it and was like, all right, I'll let you sleep during lunch. And then like she actually helped him out, which I think was awesome. So yeah. And then she's like a hard ball, basically. Like really rough on those students and tough, but she like loved the students, and because of that, it's like, oh, you know what, I'm gonna like But yeah, so she was tough, but she loved the kids. And because of that, it's like, oh, I actually trust this lady, and I know that she cares. So, yeah. I thought it was super sweet. Anyways, I will talk to you later. I hope that you have a great day. Yeah, and I'll post more tomorrow. So, yeah. Hey, dog. What are you doing here? I don't know, like... Okay. Anyways, I'll talk to you later.